Alright, hello guys, welcome to the new edition of this particular YouTube channel, Mr. Ade Ayobet. So in this particular video, I'm going to take you guys through the process of how you can predict basketball straight winning. So this particular ticket happens to be what I use for testing basketball straight winning and over points. And from the observation, I noticed that all the straight winning prediction went well, and I decided to look into you know both these particular two strategies separately, and I realized that these two strategy works differently. But before I proceed, I just want you guys to know that this particular strategy, I'm not saying that this particular strategy is almighty or it will never cut your ticket. I don't have absolute control over the outcomes of games, but based on my findings, that is what I'm going to show you guys in this particular video. So ever since then, that is why I have been using these particular strategies to predict basketball straight winning, and so far so good. It is kind of 95% accurate, because sometimes a ticket can cut by one, but the simple step that you guys can use to predict and win like this, I'm going to show you guys the step-by-step guide in this particular video. So if you are watching, just make sure that you don't skip any part of this particular video. So with this particular betting strategy, you can actually be getting daily odds ranging from 1.5 and above at least. And another thing about this particular betting strategy is that you don't need too much of analysis, or maybe checking the stats, doing calculation 1 plus 1 2 plus 2 like that. You don't need all those stuff. What you just need to do is to check the odd range and make use of SofaScore app to check the stats. And this particular step is what I use to get 3 odds sometimes. So now let us check the games that we have today, and we are going to set the odd. So the first step is setting the odd. Alright, so I'll be setting the odd from 1 to 1.4 odd, and alright, so we don't have any match that they are odd to win falls under 1.4 under NBA. So we have under German, so I'm going to click everything. I'll be clicking everything that falls between 1 to 1.4. So actually the purpose of doing this, selecting games that their odd falls from 1 to 1.4, is because by doing this you already increase your chance of winning, because teams that their odd falls under this particular category are teams that the bookies are even expecting to win the match, though most of the games does not end up uh, in their favor. Most especially these teams, sometimes you see a match whereby the bookies we are assigned an odd of maybe 1.04 odd to a particular team, or 1.03 odd, and at the end of the day the team will lost by a small margin of points. But I'm going to show you guys how to edit out. So with just 25 games for teams that their odd fall is the category of 1 to 1.4 odd, and with just 25 games we have 38 odds. Actually, this is not how I do predict my straight winning in basketball. I do edit out some of the games because I need to increase the chance of winning. So the purpose of using strategy in betting is just to increase your chance of winning. It's not like you will not lose. Alright, so now I'll be making use of SofaScore to edit out this particular game, and I'll be looking into it one by one. Alright, so first I'll be starting with the German league, whereby I'll be checking the two games that falls under this particular category. Alright, so I'm going to check their stats, their last 10 games, streaks, team streaks, and their head-to-head. But the two things that I usually look into is their average points scored. And if you guys look at it very well, you guys will notice that the underdog happens to have a very high point, average point when it comes to last previous games against other opponents. And in their head-to-head, we can see that the team that the bookmakers are favoring is actually having a good, you know, average point. But at least both in the match against other opponents and against each other must the favorite team to win must, have the highest average point. So just like in this particular situation that we have Bayern against their current opponent, in their head-to-head they have the highest average point, but in their last previous games against other opponents we can see that the underdog is actually having high average points scored. So we are going to check another match here under the Spain League. We are going to check. Alright, so looking at it, we see that Barcelona have 93 and their opponent has 83. And checking their head-to-head, we can see that the average point scored by Barcelona is 82 and the opponent is 68. It is very simple. In this kind of situation, if you guys notice very well again, you notice that in the last 10 games against this particular current opponent, Barcelona has been winning this particular game. At least they've won all the 10 games. So this kind of we are going to remove these two. So the match between Granada and Barcelona happens to be a perfect game to go for as straight winning in basketball, as simple as that. But that doesn't mean that the game cannot cut. I'm not saying that it is 100% accurate, but as you guys have seen what I showed you guys earlier, it will just increase your chance of winning. So I'm going to apply the same steps with this particular match under the Turkish league, and we are going to check the last 10 games in their, using SuperScore. It's not like I'm using any manual analysis or anything. You just have to go and check the team streak and the head-to-head. And if you guys look at it very well, in the head-to-head we can see that the home team has 77, the away team had 88, and to me this particular game is not actually perfect enough. And checking the team streak, we can see that the home team has 94 and the away team had 88, but the head-to-head we see that the home team had 77 and the away team had 88. So in this kind of situation, you guys will just need to avoid the game, even though at the end of the match the game can actually work out well, whereby it will go in the same way as the bookmakers allocate the odds to it. But the purpose of editing out things like this is just to increase your chance of winning. So looking into this particular game under the France League, alright, so we are going to be checking their team streak head to head. Alright, so the away team won 100% of their last 10 games, and the average points scored 86 and 71. Okay, 86 for the away team, 71 for the home team, and their team streak 85 for the away team and 73 for the home team. This particular match is a perfect game to go for as over 1.5 goals. So it is a kind of a simple steps, just very simple, very simple. So I thought of 1.22, or we are going for this particular game as straight winning. So we are going to check this Italy League 2. We are going to check the two matches that we have there. Alright, so let's check the first one that we have here. Okay. Alright, so for the home team, for the head-to-head, home team had 76 average points scored, and away team had 84. And in their team streaks, that is their last previous games against other opponents, I think the home team had 94, away team had 81. So this particular start is not really aligning with each other with their head-to-head and the team streak. So most times I will avoid that particular game. So let's go for the next one. Okay, for the next one, the home team had 85 in their team streaks, and the away team had 77. Okay, let's just check their head-to-head too. Okay, we have 82 for the home team, 72 for the away team. This particular game too is a perfect game to go for, as you know, straight winning. And if you guys check the last 10 games, you can see that the home team had won 70% of the last 10 games, and at odd of 1.0 forward, the home team is expected to win this particular game. So this is actually the process that you guys would just need to keep following for the rest of the game. So in case you have any question to ask regarding to this particular strategy or steps, you can actually drop it in the comment section. And I want you guys to note this particular point. Putting you guys through this particular process is just to inform you guys about uh, the outcome of my findings and what I have observed based on this particular basketball predictions. So I'm not trying to inform you guys that probably maybe you are going to be winning 100%, but you guys can actually try this particular process and test if it is actually working out so well. All right, so we have other games that we are yet to observe their possible outcome. You guys can go ahead following this particular same process. So in case you want to join us on our private circle group, you can actually find the group link in the video description. And also, in case if you want to join us in our basketball masterclass group, you can also find the link in the video description. So see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.